So, getting closer and closer. Also a little bit wrong on Patreon, but I need to fix that. So, I like this. I do think it's more and more interesting because we're getting through more and more of it all getting sort of ended. There's 19 books, we're on book 17, so we basically only have, I think this book has like, I actually don't know, there's no numbers on this, so many pages, which I think is really interesting. But you only have 2 books left, which I think is really interesting. I'll talk about this section, but I do like this. Again, talking about why I did this, I sort of started doing this because I watched the Moriarty the Patriot anime series, and then someone suggested to read the manga. Because again, and this is interesting why I say this character wasn't in it, which is Moneypenny. But yeah, to the more fun stuff. So, first, which isn't really a spoiler, but they're doing this sort of like meal together, and they're getting everyone together to sort of you have everyone coming together after both the sort of like the previous book of like the big ending that was supposed to be where Moriarty dies, and have that conclusion. But obviously he came back, and also the sort of sniper going to try and sort of kill certain people. It's sort of dealing with them coming back, having a fun reaction. And you sort of see the Moriarty, which is essentially the whole team, and the Sherlock side sort of coming together. Obviously, certain people aren't in this. Usually, the Sherlock side would include the police, but the police shouldn't really know about this because obviously. um, I also like at the end you have a bunch of wanted posters for you have a bunch of posters for William, Lewis, Albert, Sebastian, that's the guy's name, Fred, Von, James, Jack, Zach, and Miss Moneypenny, and also Henry, which are all the sort of like more people who are not always on the right side. I'm surprised they don't want to have one for Charlotte because obviously he has said and has noticed to say you have the couple of stuff like name, date of birth. You also have age, which has a range because obviously they age throughout the series. Uh, weight, likes, dislikes, birthplace, which most of them are the same. It's for the Moriartys, it's East End of London. You have most of them like Albert, Sebastian, and I think even Fred. Oh no, never mind. Fred's unknown. Some of them have our numbers themselves. Sebastian and Albert both being in the city of London. Fred's unknown, like I said. Von is Muchin. I don't know how to pronounce it. James Bond is the state of New Jersey. Jack is from Liverpool, which I find is interesting. Zach is from Birmingham. Richmond is Miss Moneypenny. And the state of New Mexico. You obviously have other stuff for each one. I'm not going to go through. I'm just going to say the rest of it. You have likes, dislikes, currently, and what he's doing. Which I will say these, but I meant worries. Which currently you have William looking for a way to atone. The Lewis is sort of being assigned assists M in the MI6 industry, which I think is really good. Preparing for a future, coming back from self-isolation, that's Albert. Living with the MI6 colleagues being another, that's Sebastian. You have Fred also being part of the MI6 alongside Von, but Von more with the technology. Same with James Bond and Jack the Ripper, obviously. I love that Zach and Miss Moneypenny makes sense because that's from, but Zach also is one of the other ones. And you also have Henry being a person to. Again, this is fun, this is exciting, and I just love this. But yeah, I do think this is really good. I do find it each time I sort of like. Obviously, these are a bit more older, but every single time I look at the pages and look at one, the art, and two, the story, I'm like, yes, this is. I am a little bit annoyed that definitely with the older ones, when you have the sort of situation that you had Sebastian and Miss Moneypenny on a side quest, I definitely would have loved that in anime. And I would have liked there to be more, but I don't know where they would have put a stop to put these realistically. I still do like them, and I still do find them really fun. But yeah, and yeah, the next one is Five Nights at Freddy's. But I hope you enjoy, and good night.